Welcome to Micro Amazon. That is right, we're here with another micro map. Have a look at this one. So this is basically Micro Mongolian Heights. But I thought I'd mix up the name a little bit, call it Micro Amazon. So it's a little bit more unique, because this isn't exactly Micro Mongolian Heights, right? It's a little bit different, so yeah, this one is going to be absolutely crazy. We can see we got some wood in the corners here. Not that much wood next to the base, but TCs are actually quite close to each other here. So what I'm thinking is maybe we see trebuchet spam. Like, have a look at these crossings right here. I feel like this is going to be really easy to wall up and just trebuchet. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. But we've got Wham spawning in on the north. He is currently 1 up in this best of 3. This is game number 2. We've had Micro Mountain Clearing, which is an absolutely crazy game. So do check that one out if you haven't already. Consider subscribing as well. It's telling you right now on screen that you should. So you should. But we've got Corvinus spawning in as well. He's going to be playing as the Roos here. So we've got Roos versus Delhi. Wham currently being 1 up in this series. Got to be feeling pretty happy about this one. And now he's picked the Delhi. So I'm just trying to think of thought processes on this map, right? Why would you pick Delhi? You've got a lot more space on this map available to you. You have berries. So, you can look to make use of the limited food source by, getting that Delhi pick in, getting the extra food. We see 350 out of 250. So you get a little bit more food, I guess, with the Delhi. But apart from that, I'm not really sure what the idea behind Delhi is. We'll have to wait and see what sort of plan Wham has for us. But Corvinus, on the other hand, going to be playing as the Roos. An interesting choice, and I think this is the reason he's picked it. Because bounty on this map, there's not really a lot of deer, right? There's still some. He's going to have tier 1 bounty. But apart from that, there's really not that much. But I think this is the main reason he's picked the Roos here. Have a look at this. We got a Kremlin on the crossing. And now Wham, he's pulling the bills. He's got 6 villagers on the way. Needs to be careful not to get underneath the radius of the TC fire here. Scout trying to find a blockage. But Corvinus, he's got even more builds on the way. Have a look at this. Look how many builds he's got. He's got 12 builds right here. We've got a Scholar being pulled as well. Wham, fighting villagers against villagers. That Scholar coming in so clutch there. Corvinus, 2 HP. Oh my goodness. He survives. He survives. Another villager will be going down though. But it looks like Wham's going to be losing one as well. 1-1 currently now. TC Fire is getting involved. Wham. He's not looking to age up yet. He doesn't have the resources in the bank. Corvinus going for such a fast age up here. Absolutely ridiculous. And Wham's trying to find some more pressure points here on Corvinus's villagers. He might be able to pick one off here, but I think he may be losing one of his own as well. That Scholar keeping it alive, but it's not going to be enough. 2-2 currently. This Kremlin will be going up. Wham realizes that. And now he has to retreat back to the base and hope that his Scholar doesn't get caught in the fire here when the Kremlin does get up. What a crazy start to the game. This is absolutely bonkers. Man, so Delhi on this map does have a couple of sacred sites available to him. But it's going to be a little bit tricky now with that Kremlin being here. You see the scout does sit inside. And, it's going to be covering a lot of area here. It's going to be very hard for Wham to expand out into this territory. He's going to be very limited back into the base here. Whereas Corvinus, he's got a lot of map control. He can always come out here as well and look to wall this up. He's got the fortified palisade walls. So I think for the Roos, it's very easy to wall up, and there are no sort of rules. So, you're not allowed to stone wall or whatever. Players can still stone wall in the feudal age if they want to. So he could look to do that, but we see he's also got a hunting cabin here. Have a look at that, 15 gold a turn, and we've actually got a nice spot for a high trade house. I think this could be a really, really nice spot because we're kind of limited on gold, right? Compared to a normal map. 8,000 gold on a map on your side is really not a lot. So maybe we see a high trade house in the corner here. You get that extra bit of gold. We've only got for some reason, 1 relic on this side of the map. I'm not sure where the other one went. Yeah, a little bit interesting right there. We've got 3 on the map, and I have no clue where the 4th one. There was meant to be a 4th one here, but I'm not entirely sure where that one's disappeared to. So apologies for that one. But Wham's going to be aging up with the Dome of the Faith, so going to be getting those cheaper scholars in. I think this is a smart decision. You want to get as many cheap scholars as you possibly can. You want to try grab all of those upgrades without spending too much gold. And you also get the cheaper scholars, right? So you can sort of mass those up, use them towards your military. We'll have to see what his plan is, though. We see upgrades are coming in for him. He has wheelbarrow survival techniques coming in now. Forestry already in. And we've got all the upgrades in the mosque. So we'll have to see if Wham does look to move out for this sacred site, because it's going to be tricky with this Kremlin here. You know, Corvinus is going to have militia he can call. He's going to have some units out on the field shortly, I'm sure. But look at what Corvinus is doing now. He's going into professional scouts. Interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense. We've got a lot of deer on this map. Well, I say a lot. It's not a lot, but it's a lot for such a small map, right? Because we got 3 here, we got 3 here, we got 3 here, 3 more here, 3 more here, and 3 more here. It's a lot of deer for such a small map. And on this sort of sized map, you don't want to be going into farm transitions, because there's just not a lot of space. You know, where are you going to put your blacksmith? Where are you going to put your age 3 landmark? There's a little bit more space here compared to mountain clearing, but there's still really not that much. So I think this is a super smart decision here out of Corvinus. Going to be going into professional scouts. He only has the 1 scout out for the time being. So maybe gotta look to train them up a little bit earlier, but not a huge deal. We see these deer just slowly being brought closer to the Kremlin. I think it's gonna be hard for Corvinus to grab these 3, but he might try for it. I think he... Oh no, okay. Just going back for the other ones. No sort of production building coming down for him quite yet, but wham, look at this. Oh, few seconds too late. Few seconds too late. We see that wooden fortress gets up. Let's take a look at Corvinus's perspective. Oh, wrong button. Corvinus's perspective right now. Look at that. This Kremlin. Because basically the Kremlin acts as a wooden fortress, but with all of the upgrades already installed, apart from the Sprungen emplacement. So you have the... What's it called? Castle turret? Castle watch. Okay. And that gives the extra line of sight. And it basically means Corvinus can see everything that Wham does right now. So, you know, he's got some great line of sight right now. Knows exactly what's going on. We see he's going to be palisade walling over here. And he's just looking to pick up all of the day. Honestly, Corvinus is sitting in a really nice spot right here. But Wham, you know, he's walling up as well. He's going to have a sacred site to his name. That's going to be some nice passive gold. You know, 150 gold a minute is nothing to overlook. So I think Wham is still going to be in a decent spot here. Both have lost 2 villagers this game. So Corvinus, yes, he's got a good map control right now, but Wham is certainly no way behind. See, Corvinus going to be building up another hunting cabin. Not going for this spot here. I think he's saving this for the high trade house. I think that's what it's going to be for. Oh, we got a little Discord message coming through there. I need to go on Do Not Disturb. Give me a second as we see Wham now going to be going with a little dhow. Look at this. He's got a nice little dock here. Interesting. So these have actually been buffed in the most recent patch because they now shoot a lot closer to each other, the arrows, which means it's a lot easier to focus fire villagers. So Corvinus right now, he's being denied away from his gold. Luckily, has a gold over here he still has access to. But Wham, he's got plenty of fish now. Have a look at this. Look how many shoreline fish here. These aren't deep sea fish, but they're shoreline fish. And I think, you know, that's some great food income for him. He may have had the deer being taken away from him, but he's still got the berries. He's still got some of the deer at least. And actually, he has this deer behind here as well as he's fully walled up with an outpost. We'll take a look at Wham's perspective. He still has a lot of map vision. And now he's got the shoreline fish as well. And the sacred site. I think Wham is still very much in this. But Corvinus, you know, he's starting to make some moves now. He's starting to bring in all of those deer. He's starting to, you know, stack up those tickets. He's got down the wooden fortress with arrow slits now coming through. Wham could possibly get pushed off of this water. So we'll have to see what he looks to do next. Plenty of upgrades coming through for him. Not made too many scholars. He's up to 4, which it's still a decent amount. But for this landmark, it's not as many as I would have suspected. But now, Corvinus. It looks like he may be going towards an age up here. I think it's going to be for that high trade house over here. I really do think it is going to be for that high trade house. Wham, you know, he's got some units. He's got 6 out on the field, but that's nowhere near enough to be able to push a Kremlin or a wooden fortress here. I mean, I guess you could start to siege it down, but you'd need a ram down, and we don't even have a blacksmith. Actually, I take that back. We do have a blacksmith, but we've got iron undermesh coming through, then steeled arrow, then bloomery, then fitted leatherwork. And this Dow, look how annoying this is being. Corvinus is just out of radius of this ship. We see he's trying to get some decent damage in here. He might be able to find himself a villager kill. Wham! Commit to it. Gone. Oh, he almost finds a villager kill. Now in the radius of the Kremlin and the wooden fortress. Needs to be super careful here. He's going to get slowly healed up underneath that wooden fortress. Oh, it's not wooden fortress, the dock, sorry. So honestly, Wham's still not in a terrible spot. He's putting a lot of pressure onto Corvinus's gold, which I'm surprised he hasn't just decided to go onto this gold for. So kind of interesting there, but Wham now looking towards that age up. House of Learning coming through from him. Corvinus just a little bit of gold away. Does he not realize he's got a gold down here? Well, either way, he has the gold in the bank. Now going to be aging up with that high trade house. But cancels it. I feel like he's repositioning it here. There we go. Oh, yeah. Look at all of that wood he gets in there. So may need to delete this hunting cabin just because I think it interferes with how high trade houses now work. We'll have to wait and see how that one works. But for the time being, Wham going to be aging up here. Lots of villagers on that landmark. House of Learning. Interesting choice here. Not Compounder the Defender. But I guess you only have one stone. So I honestly, I think the Compounder the Defender would have been the better landmark here, just so you get the cheaper keeps and walls. So you can grab this stone. This stone will be a lot more efficient, right? But we got hearty rations coming through first, then reinforced foundations, then honed blades, tranquil venue, then outlook towers. So a little bit of an interesting choice here. I mean, sure you want to get in that hearty rations. Just for the... It's basically a little bit of an extra wheelbarrow, right? But this age up is a little bit curious to me. We'll have to see what Wham looks to go into next. As he's now making a tower elephant. Okay, so is it just going to be mass elephants to try and take out some of the production here for Corvinus? It could possibly be the case, but we see the age up comes through here for Corvinus. No gold income yet. I think that is because of the hunting cabin. Oh, I hope Corvinus realizes here, because this is a lot of gold per minute that he's missing out on. I think it is. I think it is. Oh, unless we're just not on his perspective. Okay, there we go. 59 a minute. That's not huge. He is only on tier 1 bounty, so you can't really expect too much. But yeah, that one definitely feels a little bit rough. But Corvinus can always look to pick up the relics as well, as we see that monastery is coming down. Sacred site still available to him as well. Unfortunately, only the one relic on his side of the map definitely feels a little bit rough, whereas Wham, he's already got 2 in the bank. So, apologies to Corvinus there for only having 1 relic. So, for those wondering, I have actually made these maps. I put a lot of time into making this series happen with these maps. But I think it's worth it. These maps are really, really cool. You guys seem to love them. So, yeah, that's about that. But Wham now looking to attack here. We see he made a transport ship. And is now looking to try and take out this wooden fortress here with this tower elephant. Interesting choice. He's got the spring on the placement in here. So a lot of damage is being put onto this tower elephant. No sort of scholars here for Wham. But I think he's just going to look to pump them out from the Dome of the Faith. I think as soon as this gets a little... Oh my goodness. There we go. Look. Scholars immediately getting queued up. I think we're just going to see it hop back inside of this transport ship. Back over to this side of the map. And he'll just look to repair it up. I think this is really, really smart out of Corvinus. Out of Wham, sorry. But Corvinus is now looking to react to this with an archery range, with a stable. Looking to grab himself some horsemen. I think another reason the roost is so good on this map is because of the wooden fortress buff, right? You get the extra 20% drop off. So having these villagers here gather from the wood, it's a lot of wood compared to the other maps. Like we've seen Micro Dry Arabia, where we had pretty much 2 of these little patches, which may have not been enough. So we obviously have a little bit more on this map, but it's still limited, right? So if this does for some reason go into the late game, which could definitely happen here with such a turtly map, I guess you could call it, I think we could possibly see the wooden fortress coming in clutch here with that extra 20% drop off. But now Wham looking to start to siege down this Kremlin. Triple tower elephant here looking to siege down this Kremlin. Lots of damage is coming off here as we see horsemen looking to jump inside that Kremlin. Now Corvinus, he's looking to dock himself here. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Scholars need to be careful. Don't want to get inside of that Kremlin radius. Honestly, I think this Kremlin was so smart out of Corvinus. I think this is a really good spot for it. But now, demo ship coming through, dealing some decent damage onto the dock. Not a huge amount, though. Now, I'm pretty sure there's still a bug in the game where naval arrow slits still affect tower elephants. So, there was this bug in Age of Empires 2 that had something very similar to where ships did bonus damage versus camels. I'm pretty sure that's still the case in Age of Empires 4 with naval arrow slits dealing damage to elephants, because for some reason elephants have a tag as a ship, which is pretty bonkers. So I have to see if Corvinus looks to try and exploit that there with naval arrow slits. But for the time being, we see Wham dealing some decent damage here. No sort of rams or anything. We see he's grabbing some of the upgrades here in the blacksmith, but no sort of siege workshop or siege engineering. Wham needs to be careful here. I think that's going to be a siege elephant going down. 46 HP, 40. I think that's going to go down. Scholars coming in the clutch. Oh, unfortunately, it does go down, but it looks like the Kremlin taking a lot of damage. Oh, this one could be going down as well. Wham. He's here to save it once again. Lots of siege coming out from Corvinus now. Have a look at this. He's really starting to pump out these mangonels. See now, Scholars really looking to heal up these elephants. Wham. Currently a little bit behind in villagers as we see Corvinus. He's killed quite a few this game. Maybe that's down... I think the kills have been here on the water eco. But Corvinus, we see making plenty of use of the wood. We see Wham is starting to run a little bit dry. Have a look at this. He's using a lot of it up right here. I feel like wood is going to become a massive part of this game right here. As we see another mangonel from Corvinus comes out. And that Kremlin, it's been repaired up to full HP once again. 13 tickets are still here, ready to be called at any time, by the way. Corvinus can call the all militia button. So this is actually a button that's been introduced in Season 5, which is really, really nice. And I think it could be pretty huge here for Corvinus. You know, just spam out a couple houses and grab this upgrade. But I think Corvinus has something else on his mind right now. Have a look at the macro. He's going towards Imperial Age. No way is he going to do... Is he going to do a Spaskine tower drop? Oh my goodness, I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it. He's going to drop it right here. No way. Is he going to pull everything? Is he going to pull everything? I mean, this isn't everything, but it's a lot. Oh my goodness, look at this. Spaskine tower drop, and he has the militia. He has 14 tickets of militia that he can call in right now. Oh my goodness. Is he going to be able to get away with it, though? Tickets not being called, but Corvinus has plenty army here. Look at the horsemen being called in right now. Mangonels being shot at the archers, instantly getting taken out. Wham deletes the wall. He's pulling all the vills. All the vills being pulled. Tower elephants getting in here. We got an explosive down on the way. Oh my goodness, Wham. Oh, he explodes it too early, though. He explodes it too early. Look at the mangonel shots. Wham losing out on so much eco, and now the militia gets called. Oh my goodness, Corvinus, he's going to be able to get up the Spaskine tower. He gets up. Wham. How is he going to be able to recover from this? Look at the dead villagers on the floor. Wham's down to 26 eco. Corvinus still up to 42. Oh my goodness. Wham. How can you recover from this? I'm just speechless right now that Corvinus was able to get that one up. And with that, GG gets called. Corvinus going to be taking game number 2 here in this best of 3. If you did enjoy this, consider subscribing, leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in game number 3 where we're on Micro Baltic. I'll catch you guys in the next one.